Hi, welcome to Ocean Yummy. So this morning I'm definitely going to talk about a subject that I really think is happening to a few people right at present. You can put in the comments whether you feel this way. Of recently I've been feeling like there have been spiritual attacks on certain peoples, especially the ones who's covering the nature boy stuff, the ones who's very in tune to certain stuff. Not only that, since the trial there was a kind of off day, kind of a funny day. Like yesterday, I don't know what, because it's an ongoing thing going on. The yesterday it was like everything was so heavy to a point where like even I had to come in and do a complete smoke out of my house and everything else. Now obviously because of what's going on with life in general. Life, like as I said, life is life in for real. Life is very much life in. So a lot of people's is going through a lot of attacks. The ones who's very much in tune with I don't know, say nature or whatever. Now these spiritual attacks comes in various ways, like you'll feel kind of heaviness tingling in the arms, tingling the arm and the hands, like there is levels like dropping things, migraines, like what can I say? Feeling that everything is going wrong. Because sometimes, right, things go wrong for specific reasons. Because sometimes people will be sending darts, as they say, to a person. You that is unaware what's going on now, like things that's happening to you, you are not really sure yourself now. So basically, I kind of went through that yesterday. Well, I've been going through it for a couple of days, should I say, a couple of days. It's just been sure drama. Um, on part of that is because of I don't know, the powers that, well, they say the powers that be is doing a lot, is really doing a lot. Um, Not only that, there's a lot of racial stuff going on over here, because as you know it's Ramadan over here now. I just heard it's St. Patrick's Day this weekend or something like that. The weather's been very telling, been very wet. Like it is trying to purify whatever's in the air, but seems to be not purify, not really. It's doing it, but it's not doing it. There's a lot of stuff going on outside of, I'll say, the Western atmosphere. So a lot of people is feeling the heaviness of it all. Me and my friend recently was feeling very drained. Um, and I called her and she was saying she was feeling the same way, being that now she's open because she's doing Reiki and stuff like that. So she's more open to energies. Energies will more come to her quicker. So in all of that said, right, there is a lot of spiritual attacks, which was said that is going to happen. I don't know when exactly it's going to settle down at this point. Um, like even Nature Boy and his entities is flying through the screams, jumpers. You know what? Because Philly Bruja spoke about the jumpers. There's all sorts of stuff going on, and even at one point, right, it's like you got to step away from the devices, go and do something else. Um, though it is quite difficult sometimes. Um, you come to a conclusion that you go do a clearance. So yesterday, I definitely had to do a clearance. After a while, when I left, came back, I felt a bit more better, a bit more lighter. Obviously, the whatever was bothering me had lifted, really lifted. The whole place had to be engulfed in smoke, setting off all the fire alarms basically. But it had to be engulfed because that's the only way the entity or whatever that's in the house would have gone. Because I think one time I was doing a build and the TV automatically turned on or did something, and it was just like so strange. It's never happened. Even when I even when I am doing a build, because I normally turn down the TV, then I go on and I do my build, and then I come off and I go to the next thing. Not only that, I don't know what I feel that there is a lot going on. There's people's doing other stuff, maybe. It's hard to describe in this little live because I don't really want to go really deep, but at the same time, I feel that I have to say it because yesterday I was gonna come on here and I was gonna do a live on spiritual attack, and I ended up not doing it. And say I had the slight cold on top of it. Um, it's very much so, especially if you are doing certain content. When you are going talking about human trafficking, certain stuff, certain injustices that is happening, there's the physical, the mental, and the spiritual attack that's going on. So, like, let's say that how everything was flowing at one time, then all of a sudden everything gets stagnant. Every twist and turn you take, something is going on. It even goes into the house itself. It was like the house itself, the people in your house is getting not physically attacked, spiritually attacked, especially if they are very in tune with other stuff, with stuff themselves. So at present there is a lot of mild spiritual attacks going on. I would have one thing I will say to you is that how be aware of your surroundings, be aware of who you're talking to, protect your space, protect you. Hi, Medea. Protect your space, protect you. Know who is who. Know where you want to be when you have to be. Your mind, your intellect, your gut. Let's say your gut. Don't say I'm not gonna say spirit guys because people when you say spirit guys, people get all, it's not true. Da, 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 da. Your gut will let you know what is what and whether you're supposed to be there in certain places. You have to pay attention to what is going on in front, in the back of you, in the side of you. Um, yes, it's good to be open. I am not saying don't be open. I'm a very open person to a certain extent. I have selective people that I'm open to, but there's people that I'm very much uh linkage to who knows me very well, and there's ones who knows me on a deeper level. So I'm very much selective. I am, but you have to know that you have to protect your spirit on certain levels. You need to definitely have certain things on tap, not just space clearers and all that. You have to know how to cross yourself, cross your body, cross your arms, whatever you got to do to protect your being. And even in Reiki, that is one of the biggest things that you have to um, keep away, ward off. Sometimes when you see a person and they're not opening up. There could be all sorts of reasons why they're opening up, but another way, um, they themselves might be going through something. You can automatically take on their stuff without knowing. So you need to know and be aware of certain stuff. So I will say, like once again, I did already one time I put out a warning about the Nature Boy content, particularly. I think that is one of the biggest drainers, energy drainers of them all. Hi, Medea. I think I said hi. That's one of the biggest drainers of them all because we are constantly in touch with it all the time. Not only that, it's part of the algorithm, so we will see it on a constant basis. Electronically, it's a whole different ball game. So you have to know where and when to switch off. When to switch off. I feel that's another way of protecting yourself. If you do wear crystals, Selenite, Onyx, I can't remember all of them. Uh, Sorry, excuse me, I keep doing that. Quartz crystals are very good. If you are a crystal person, if you're into crystals and you know about the crystals, I think there's a few people on the YouTube streets knows about crystals. You have to know how to protect yourself. Um, West Indian houses every month, there like certain things happen. Like you have to deal with it on a certain level, and for me to exactly say it all on here is not is one thing, but just know that you have to know to protect yourself. Whatever doctrine you are in, as I heard yesterday for the Tata, every doctrine carries a protective something. Every doctrine carries a protective something. And you have to know whether it's the Bible, the Psalms, whatever, the whatever you're dealing with, right? So basically, I just thought I'd do a small live on spiritual attacks. Be aware it is happening. It always comes into your household. You have a time when you're just all, all life and happy, and another time there'll be something else. There's always something. Uh, I could say sometimes I go through that myself, but at the same time, I kind of like have to just go through it, go through life. Like I feel like one time I'm not going to be able to come on here and talk at one point, because something does happen. When you're talking about big things, life, uh, children, vulnerables, and particularly, and you're full of right of certain stuff, people attack you through different ways and different methods. So be aware. I think Flo went through it through digitally. I think and another one went through it another way. There's so many crazy ways. So I will say to you guys, be mindful of your spaces, be aware of your spaces, be mindful of where you at, where you are. And I'm not talking about the ones I'm around really, because they're cool anyway. They're cool because I'm talking about when we're dealing with our content, when we're dealing with people, when we're dealing with certain stuff. Like even at one time I had to stop talking about my Jazzy life because she is definitely an energy vampire. She is an energy vampire, definitely. Really in agreement with Dr. Amira on that one. She's an energy vampire. She likes negativity. She's a pick me. The Nature Boy, Minnie Mouses, the Three Stooges, the Manson Girls are about that life. Um, oh, well, I would say Janae and Velvet as well. They kind of fall underneath it because their idea of spirituality is not how it is. Not how it is. I have explained this before. It's not a pretty thing. It's not a certain way about you look. Just because you wear certain marks or certain tattoos on your body makes you any more bigger than others who don't do these arts. There's people who are in the arts and you'll never know they're in the arts, they're into that sort of stuff unless they talk about it. Spirituality is not a badge of honor. Spirituality is a personal thing between you and your whoever you're dealing with at the time. If the being, the thing, what you're dealing with decides that okay, right, I want to be here, it makes itself present. But it doesn't mean to say that how right you must use it to attack others neither. So um they have spirituality very much mixed up and very much turned around and spin on its head. And not everybody is a bloody guru, okay? Not everybody's a guru, not everybody is a shaman, not everybody is a thing. Sometimes, right, you have to go to at lower level, devotee level, work your way up whatever. And it doesn't matter how old you are. You can be the oldest of the old. You can be the youngest of the old. You could be a baby. You could be whatever. They have spirituality all mixed up, all crazy fried, all um misconstrued, miseducation, miss everything. That is one of the things that they don't understand. Even in certain organizations, even certain organizations is it's very telling. It's very telling in this world, right? So okay, I'm not gonna go on and on and on. If if we want another one of these um another one of these type of what you call it lives, please let me know. But I'm being a bit all over the place, but that's what happens, isn't it? That's what happens. So with that said, I will see you. Take care. Oh, thank you, Medea, for coming through, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay? I know that was a little bit, but anyways, sometimes you have to do the spontaneous ones and just throw it in there. So with that said, I'll see you. Bye.